Let me show you my countryside through these old headlights. We can take this road as far as you want to go. I'll show you how a country mile can take us all night. Feeling higher than a bull's tail up an old dirt road. I ain't gonna run or hide. We can let the fire burn wild. That's just my countryside.
Hey you guys, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. We're outside. We're actually getting ready to go outside to check on the chickens. It was such a dreary day this morning. We got some sprinkling rain going on. Wasn't supposed to rain until tomorrow, but here we are. We're gonna go take care of the chickens. Boys are already out there. I'm gonna meet them out there. We are going to head out and get our day started. Yeah. So, how's food and water?
The water's 100% full. Yep.
Okay.
It only, for it to be all the way full, like all the way to the top,
Yeah.
it has to be this much full. It's only that much full.
Okay. So, we're trying something a little bit. We keep trying different things to see like what works. I don't really want to create lazy foragers, and they go through feeds so fast with as many chickens as we have. So we're gonna try doing like 3 scoops of feed out in the mornings when the boys come out here, and then at noon is when we've been letting them out to free range. So that way all of like the egg production and all of that goes on in the mornings. Typically we do have some that lay in the afternoon, but we're hoping that they'll just all come back. Really haven't noticed that big of a dip when we do it this way in the egg production in the nesting boxes. So we're gonna do the 3 scoops in the morning and the afternoon, right around lunchtime or after we let them out to free range. And then in the evenings when we get them back in, we're gonna do another 3 scoops. So obviously I'm not gonna have my chickens like starving, but with their free ranging, I really want to encourage them to actually get bugs, forage, get the grasses, all of that. So especially with tick season here coming up, I really want them to forage versus just being lazy and going to the feeder. So yeah, so we've been trying it that way. We're gonna try that today. We've been doing the scratch at night, the feed at night, just to kind of encourage them to come in. But we're gonna really try to do that 3 scoops in the morning and kind of see how that works. Is that yummy? Is that yummy? Hi, Luke. Good morning. What's up, buddy? You getting all that food? Huh? What's up, honey? Hi, girl. Hi, Autumn. Hey, Mama. The juveniles over there, you can see the rooster. He's got 7 hens in there. But they are going to be coming out soon. We've been kind of integrating them, letting them out in the evenings to kind of socialize and establish the pecking order. We just have one hen that is older. Where is she? Right there. That's the darker one right there. And she is just not nice to them. So I don't know what we're gonna do with her, but I think she's the one that's been laying the green eggs that we just started getting. So I really don't want to get rid of her, but she's just relentless. So I don't know. I don't really have any ideas. If you guys have ideas for that, let me know, but she's pretty tough to deal with. So we just got a layer hen in there, Cherry. She just went into her nesting box. Let's see. You can kind of see her in there. Good morning. Hi there. Cherry just came out. She laid an egg. She laid. She was in this. Oh, she's in the box that she's in now.
Yeah. Who is it? Is it Bogback? Excuse me. Please unpack me like Neptune did. There's a green egg in there.
Is there?
Wait, did
Like an Easter egg or egg? Got
Miranda?
Miranda in there now.
So that one's Grace's.
Yep.
Grace's and Miranda's gonna lay an egg. That's good. 2 Easter eggs today. Hi, Miranda. Someone's coming. Jerry's coming back. See? She just shakes her out of the box.
Cherry, you just laid.
I don't know what she did. No, she's just being a big bully. Oh, I'm gone now.
There is a drama over the nesting boxes, isn't there?
Is that a baby? No, not a baby. What is it? It's not a baby, guys. She's trying to call the roosters to get her out. She's like, get this weird girl out.
It's a little chaotic there, buddy. Huh? You getting in some fights? I see your comb's a little dark. Got some bruising there, buddy. Huh? Fighting over hens? Trying to figure out how this works? How this whole topping thing works?
No, I'm saying Grace's egg. Excuse me, little baby. Oh, she has the best box. That's good.
She just tucked that egg underneath of her.
She did?
Uh-huh.
Try them out again. Fail.
Thank you, Grace, for your nice, beautiful egg this morning.
See, yesterday they laid 0 eggs and now today. Garth.
Hi, Garth. What's up, buddy? Huh? What's up, Luke?
I can see Luke's fighting them because he doesn't have any dark spots, but he does. So he's fighting them both. And look at
Who doesn't have any? He's
I
got some on the back of his comb.
don't know who picks him though. But he's the most beat up. Look at his waddle. That waddle on the other side is very bruised.
Yeah.
So he must.
Going after it. Going after hens, huh?
Yeah, and Luke shows you his boss. Probably.
Well, I think we have to remember too that, like, with the disturbances within the flock of this reestablishing the order, with the like teen hens that are in here and establishing dominance over who gets them, like, they're gonna have more squabbles. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And egg production can go down a little bit during that time because of the stress that happens when they're all kind of reestablishing things.
Yeah. I got those babies banded.
Oh yeah, the little, what would you call them, like toddlers now?
Yeah. No, I would call them kids.
Kids? They're kids.
The ones in the garage are toddlers.
Oh yeah. So we have eggs in the incubator. We have chickens in the garage. So those are I'd say those are toddlers because they're not brand new chicks. And then we have the children in there. And then we've got teens. There's one right there. We're calling her Ivy because she has a green band. And then we've got all the rest of the adults.
Oh, you got the right one. The one that we buys.
Oh.
So, perfect.
So Blaze has
circle eyes.
the circle.
So we got
What color is hers?
Red and purple.
Red and purple. Nice, like fire.
Yeah.
That's right.
I did red and purple. Do you know why?
Huh.
Because in the video game Sonic, there's a character that is red and purple, and her name is Blaze.
Okay. So we have a chicken in the garden flock right over there. So her name is Sunny, and she has rounder eyes than the rest of the barred rocks. Garth has the same eyes, but then there's one in this brooder here, and we think it's probably Sunny's because of that. But we named her Blaze, like in relation to the sun. So she has the round eyes, and then I'll show you guys Garth. What's up, Garth? Hi, buddy. Hi. You can see he's got like rounder eyes.
Yeah, exciting over his
Grace and Garth. Yeah. Right, locking it up. Look how beautiful the apple blossoms are. Gorgeous. Are they pretty?
You want to see if the pear has any fruit?
Sure. So last year we had the chickens here in this area, and as you can see, their fertilizer has helped the grass to come in different spots here, and then it'll just continue to kind of spread. So, and they were over here. You've got like all this grass growth, so it's definitely working. It's just a little unpredictable on which spot's gonna come up, but I mean, that's like a nice little, we are grateful for it all over here. Any grass that we get, we're like so happy. What's going on?
Look, not the snowflake again.
Snowflake, yeah, so she's his one of his favorites, huh?
Snowflake and Mary are Luke's two favorites.
Yeah.
Of the teens.
We've got the peach trees that have bloomed and they are now leafing out. And then I've got the elderberries are doing amazing back in the garden. We've got the pear tree here. They're blossoming.
I really think it's like dying, but it's not. It's just the color. So I think it's like the fall.
Aren't they?
I mean, look at this. I think it's the fall.
Yeah, it's like fall color, huh?
Yeah. Leaves on this one, Mom. When does it produce?
So they'll produce, I mean, over the summer.
There's some black stuff eating this, by the way. Whatever this stuff is.
I'll have to take a picture of that
Because look at.
and see what that is.
It's like almost the whole leaf got eaten. Like this, look at. Someone's eating it. This one, brown.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Picture of it and scan it in that plant identifier app and see if it tells me what's going on with it. Right here.
Oh,
There's just not, there's black stuff on it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like eating the tree live.
That right there. We'll have to figure out what that is, huh?
If you know what this is.
Yeah, if you guys know what this is, definitely comment. We grew some fruit trees with my grandparents in Arizona, and then we had oranges and grapefruits, but never apples or pears or peaches or anything like that. So definitely let me know in the comments what that is. We've got this other pear here. It's doing pretty good. I don't really see a lot of that black stuff like that other one, huh?
No, it's just that bigger one. I don't think I see any black stuff on the leaves.
No,
this one's perfect.
So at least this one's good. And then we'll check the other one too, huh?
Yeah, this one. Is this one over here?
Yeah.
This one doesn't have anything either. I mean, no, it's good. These ones, I don't know what's eating them or disease, but it doesn't like these ones. Or these ones have yet to have it.
Yeah.
These ones don't have it.
Okay.
Look at this big flower. It's one big, like, giant. It looks, there's multiple, but there's like one big one.
So these are the like half moons that we created that I've talked about in some other videos. We did it out of the gravel that we've been collecting for the pasture prep. So basically the water runs from the upper side down this way, and you can see, I mean, it just kind of follows down into that like marsh area over there. It gets really soggy and stays pretty soggy until we have several days of like dry out. But we put these in here to kind of catch some of that water that goes down to create a berm. So it just kind of slows it down, number one, from just rushing, but also to for water retention. So we put these here, and then I did plant some comfrey roots in here to grow kind of along the base. Hopefully that kind of takes off here soon. Some of the other trees actually have like leaves that I left on of the comfrey root as I dug it down in there. So I was just over here looking for a comfrey leaf. I see weeds, and then we got some rocks that somehow got onto the base of the tree, and you want to clear that because you don't want the tree to suffocate. I'm even concerned just a little bit with the thickness of this half moon here, but it should be okay because it's further away from the base. But you definitely want your roots to be able to breathe. Okay, so here you can see the comfrey leaf coming up from the middle there. So that actually adds a lot of nutrients and helps loosen the soil underneath because comfrey is like a taproot. And then it also adds a lot of nitrogen. Look guys, there's little peaches in there. Over here.
At least this one doesn't have the disease.
Yeah, don't touch it. You don't want to touch one tree that has it and then touch the other ones though, because that can spread the disease just like that coccidiosis with the chicks we were talking about.
There's a lot of pears. I mean peaches.
There is, huh?
1, 2, 3.
Thank you,
4,
peaches.
5, 6, 7.
Peaches,
8, 9,
peaches,
10,
peaches, peaches, peaches.
12, 13, 14, 15. I can't even count them all.
A lot.
There's
So we were in
These 3 apples.
southern states. Yes, those are apples. We were in southern states yesterday, and I was looking at everything. I like to kind of see what they have, what's available. And the kids went obviously over by the chicks that are in there, and they started touching them. But a lot of the chicks had poopy butt.
It was bad. It was like a giant fountain of poop stuck to their butt.
Yeah.
was
So
terrible.
how many chicks would you say had the poopy butt?
More, probably 90% of them.
90% of them had the poopy butt.
Probably only 10 or 20.
And
didn't.
what happens if they have poopy butt and it's not cleared and they can't go to the
can die.
bathroom?
They
They can die. So basically poopy butt is where the poop actually sticks to the fur or the feathers along their vent or their anus. And it can actually kill the chicks if they can't poop. So 90% of them had that. Made me so sad. The kids were so sad. They come over and of course they're telling me about these chicks that are dying and how many were...
There's ones like dead on the ground.
Yeah, there was one like dead on the ground,
No, there's like
face down.
All the ones they picked up have like a big fountain of poop. So.
Yeah. So anyways, but then the kids were touching them and I'm like, are you forgetting like that we got 12? How many did we get? 12? 11?
We got 5 Buffies and 6 Easter eggs.
Yeah. So we had 5 Buffies. Well, we had a barred rock too.
So I think we got 4 Buffies.
4 Buffies, a
6
barred rock, and 6
6
Easter eggers. And we lost half of them. So to the coccidiosis that we got from southern states. So I'm sure there's plenty of southern states and Tractor Supplies that sell healthy chicks, and it just happens. But ours happened to be the ones that got coccidiosis. So anyway, but they were touching them, and I was like, do not touch them. Like, it's almost like you can see this like slow-mo, like, no, right? So anyways, we sanitized real quick, and that was that. But same idea with the trees. You don't want to spread disease, so make sure that if you're touching one that potentially has a disease, you're not touching your other fruit trees. So this area here is my perennial garden for the most part. I do have some onions from last year that are still in here, but for the most part, this back half of the garden all through here is perennial, even as far as the plants that are here. So my massage lady actually gave us a ton of these plants last year. I did buy the bulbs.
Yeah, like the
But-
lamb's ear and stuff like that.
Yeah, and even the lamb's ear that's over
so
there. It's so soft.
I
It's
just
like
touched it.
sage, huh?
It's like not even there. It's like a flower.
Yeah.
I touched it.
So we planted these here for the perennial garden. There's hostas in here also. But then you go outside of that. Oh, then you have like the blackberry bushes that are still quite small. On the outsides there, you've got the elderberry coming in that shoots out under the ground. They're like a runner species.
Aren't these blueberries?
So just like blackberries and raspberries are a runner species. But and then you've got, let's see some right here. And you've got some strawberries that I've just kind of like spread out all throughout here.
And then onions that are going
Onions that-
to seed.
Yeah. So you plant them, and then the second year they go to flower, and then once they flower,
You get seeds.
you get seeds.
Seeds, you can harvest the seeds off. The big bulb is where the seeds are stored.
Yeah. So off of those bulbs there.
And if we
where
ever
the
need an
flowers
onion,
are.
we can just take one out and go use it.
That's right. And if we need an onion, we can just take them out and use them now. But we definitely have some small
And then
onions
there's
on
these
the other
big
plot.
weeds that we keep in our garden. Like those weeds, the big giant weeds.
The big giant weeds.
That was ones.
Oh, those
ones that
grasses.
spiky hairs.
Yeah.
They look good though. I tried to put one up first.
Yeah. So then we have, and I forget what they're called. I'll have to look it up. We have these grasses that are popping up, and we have them in the pasture too. But I just think they're so pretty that I left them. I may be regretting that later, but
They're gonna be so big.
they're gonna be so big. And they spread. I actually looked it up, and it says that they're invasive, but because of our lack of grass, I'm sure I could probably use some invasiveness. And then there's asparagus, a little bit more asparagus, and some at the end there too, with some strawberries. So I did plant a bunch of sunflowers in here, which I'm really not seeing.
We saw one.
Yeah,
We don't
but I just kind of spread them on top of the mulch.
You planted some over by the bird bath, right?
Yeah.
Look how much are coming up over there.
I know, there's a ton coming up over there, huh? And then we have these watermelon beds here that I planted some seeds in. You can see all
Oh, yeah, sunflowers.
sunflower seeds coming up over there with some grasses. But and then the bigger sunflowers are actually they self-seeded volunteer, so they kind of got a head start above the rest of them. You can see that there's some bigger than the others. So here on the outside of the garden we have goldenrod here, and then some dog fennel. And I really tried to see the benefit in the dog fennel. Number one, it helps with the erosion that we had here on the property, but there was so much of it. I'll show a picture or a video right here. So yeah, so we have a ton of dog fennel. But dog fennel, I was actually reading, and someone said that you can use it as a bug deterrent. So you can just grab some out of the pasture, rub it on you, and apparently it's like a mosquito or bug deterrent. Let me know if you guys have that same experience or if that's just a wives' tale. But then we have goldenrod here. And goldenrod I've been collecting, and I'm actually making a tincture for allergies. So that's been something that has been known for using. A lot of people confuse it with ragweed, and obviously the ragweed is it's almost like goldenrod is the antidote for ragweed. So yeah, so they do get confused sometimes, but you can tell when it flowers for sure whether it's ragweed or goldenrod.
You've never noticed that?
Yeah, I've noticed he does crow sometimes when he's on the ground.
I never seen him on the ground.
He likes to do it when he's perched up.
Yeah,
though.
like on the coop or right there. That's his perfect. That's his favorite.
Got Battle of the Crows going on. Pasture flock.
Luke.
Luke. There he goes. And Domino. They just go back and forth, don't they? They're like, I'm the best. No, I'm the best.
Luke again.
There's Luke again. No, I'm the best. It's like, whatever. Oh, Domino's like, oh, see, I win.
But Luke's over there trying to mount people. Mount hens.
Yeah.
So he can't- there he is.
There he is. He's like, nah, bro. I'll take you out.
He has a better crow, honestly. Luke does. Jason.
Jason got in there. So Luke and our boy Domino are the ones that got in the fight.
Domino,
And now, yeah, Domino poked his eye out.
he had him on the ground kicking him with a spur.
Oh, it's brutal.
I thought the two, like Jason and Luke were fighting. I'm like, oh, and he was in there, and he had him pinned down with his foot, and Luke was on the ground. He did this, poking his eye out.
He was. It was. And of course, your dad was working.
Yeah.
During
And he
that.
caught him with a net and put him right out. He like, and put him right out.
It was like ninja status out there.
That's why we don't let him out anymore.
So that's why we do not let Domino and his hens out right now, because I can't keep them away from each other. Because, I mean, they were separated before, but then they knocked the fence down. This Premier One fencing. Oh, and they got to each other, and Domino was inside the pasture flock's coop area.
With all the other hens and roosters.
Oh my gosh.
He attacked Jason, and then he went after Luke.
Yep. So we're actually going to be taking him to the flock swap, Domino, just because we do have the 2 separate flocks. I like to keep this flock here in the garden area for breeding, and then the pasture flocks just for egg production. But we do want to get rid of Domino and put Jason in here so that hopefully we can let them out to free range, even separately, and we won't have an issue because they are already familiar with each other and they know each other. So that's kind of the idea there. So we'll see if it works. So this is my watermelon bed that I was just showing you.
Not really watermelon.
I need to get all this grass out. And you can see the sunflowers that got a head start, that kind of self-seeded volunteer, and then some of these baby sunflowers down there also. So we need to get the grass out, and then we're going to do some of the wood shavings that we just got yesterday. And then, let's see, towards the end of this month, we'll plant our watermelon seeds in here too. Okay, so we're going to fix our fence here. Our ground is so hard that the Premier One fencing that is supposed to look like this now looks like this because it just got bent to heck. So it just closes like really weird now, and then this ground is so hard in this spot that it does not go in very, very good. So we've been tucking that underneath and then kind of trying to stomp on this, but we really can't. And then go ahead and clasp that back up.
Showing him struggle.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold this here, but then we really need that string. Wasn't there green string that's in there in the garden on here yesterday?
Yeah.
So we really need to close this up in this gap. So we're gonna have to get some string later and come back out and seal this up. Otherwise, Simba's gonna get in there and then he's gonna start digging through all my beds.
And going to potty on.
Yeah, I'm taking massive potty breaks.
Yeah.
So let's go over here. I'm gonna show you guys what we just got in. So a girl that works with my husband, her father-in-law delivers this like mulch, and it's mostly to people with like egg production houses and stuff. There's a ton of egg houses in North Carolina, if you're not aware of that. But so we got this stuff, and while it looks more like sand from afar, it's definitely little wood shavings that you'd normally use in like a hen house. We're gonna try it in the garden here. I'm hoping that my goal is that it keeps the moisture in and keeps some of the weeds from coming up. So we'll see how that works. I'll let you guys know and kind of update you on how this works. But last year and the year before, when we first put the garden in, this is what was dropped off, these little pine nuggets, which I really like those. But the thing with those is that if you're planting that or using that on your garden beds, it can inhibit the seeds from being able to germinate because they're just so big. So that was kind of my thinking with going with something a little bit smaller, but we'll see how it works out. And that is how much we have left. That heaping bundle that we're going to use on the second or the first subplot over there, but the second one that we're going to do, along with these sunflowers that are coming up here. And then if we have enough, I would like to cover the watermelon beds over there where the sunflowers are growing up, but we just need to get those weeds out first. Okay, so that's gonna be it for us this morning. We will do more videos throughout the week. We're gonna go inside. I'm gonna get some coffee since I haven't had my coffee yet. And we're gonna go ahead and get started back on our national parks unit. We just did the solar eclipse unit yesterday, The week before that, we did the resurrection study, which was really awesome from Gather Around. That's the homeschool curriculum that we use.
It goes free, I think.
Which one?
The resurrection?
No.
Oh.
The resurrection I purchased, but the solar eclipse was free. They do like freebies throughout the year. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We will catch you on the next video.
Bye. Bye.
Over and out.